On today's episode of Leave Them Kids Alone. Leave them alone.
Leave 'em alone. Leave 'em alone.
Did you hear about the ex-cop who had a relationship with a 15-year-old girl?
Oh boy.
Yeah, here we go, man.
I can smell the bacon.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Here we go, man.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
I did not hear about that. That's crazy.
All right, bro. So
Okay.
this is what happened. A school's resource officer, right?
Mhm.
His name is Christian Renon, I think, or Renon, however you say it. It don't matter. Your name suck. You
What's
suck.
up with these resource officers?
You suck. Yeah, I don't know. They bored and lonely. Also, I want to add he's 34, right?
Okay.
And again, he was having a years-long, I don't know. I'll get deeper into that. I don't know how long their actual relationship was. Sexual relationship with this young girl who went to the school that he was the resource officer at, right? So basically, he met her when she was around 15. She came forward years later and said, I think when she was about 19, because of all the sexual abuse she had endured, basically. So about like 4 or 5 years later.
So she came back and was like, I was groomed. Basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Wow.
But we're going to get into it, bro.
Okay,
Look.
for sure.
So they met for the first time in May or June of, I think, 2019. And on the very first time that they met, he actually had relations with her then. So he was in his car they were in his car, and the first time he met her, he went in on her. First time, out the gate. Now, he did tell her, not to tell anybody because him and her could get in big trouble. So, that was that. Another thing I want to mention on that side note is that he also would only communicate with her through Snapchat because, the messages disappear on Snapchat. We know.
Okay. All right. When are we? Okay. All right. Hold on. Wait 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry.
Go ahead, bro.
Snapchat. 1 second. Y'all know there's pedophilia going on your app, and y'all haven't done jack shit. So, anyway,
I knew you.
That's all I gotta say.
That's all I gotta say that.
Anyway,
so what he would do is, to make it simple and short, a lot of this stuff I can't say because it's really bad. A lot of this stuff I can't say. Look his name up if you want to hear the graphic story. His name is Christian Renon, 34 years old. He was a resource officer.
Can I one question just to clear things up? Is this a resource officer or is this a police officer?
He's a resource. So he was a police officer. Resource officers are police officers.
Okay.
But he's not like doing the out on the street police work. He's like the school police officer.
Okay, got it.
And he still does crimes. Like, I want to say the reason why they met anyway is because there was a bomb threat at the school. And he escorted her off the bus and he got her Snapchat that day. So that's how they actually met. Yeah, really crazy. So I want to mention a couple more things. So he got her address. He got her phone number, whatever the case may be. And what he would do is he would meet her at the stop sign down the street from her house. He would pick her up and then he would take her home and then have relations with her at his house while no one was there. At his house.
With a 15-year-old.
With a 15-year-old. She was 15 when they met. He also, there you go, was grooming her. So what he would do is he would do things like tell her she could only wear red underwear for the week or 2 weeks or however long.
Guys.
He would also make her have relations with him on the hood of his car.
Guys.
And then she said he would also stalk her. Like, he would be,
guys.
One time in particular, she said that he was in a lunchroom and like she was sitting down and he was just staring at her like just cold face.
Guys. Oh man, I don't even want to say this. I really don't. Like, man, I don't even really want to say it like that.
Yeah.
If you out here watching this and you think you have a problem, please go get some help before we queue. Because this is crazy.
Unalive.
This is out of hand. I'm sorry. Unalive. This is getting out of hand, guys. This is getting out of hand. Go pay for. Leave these kids alone.
Yeah.
This is just ridiculous.
Yeah, this is
kind of ridiculous, man.
Yeah, this is disgusting.
This is the second story, man. This is ridiculous, bro.
I did want to mention this to you. He actually cooked, bro. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. The police. So she ended up moving to Chicago, and like I said, she ended up.
Yeah, she's an adult now.
Yeah, she's 19 years old. So she ended up saying what happened years later. So the police came up to Chicago to do some, more investigation work, and they actually had her call him on Snapchat, and he admitted to everything on Snapchat. So he wasn't aware that the police were on the phone. This guy admitted to everything, and they got it on recording, dude. Everything that I just said.
This is Chicago. While she was in Chicago,
she was in Chicago. Yeah.
Shout out to Chicago.
Yeah, so they went up and I don't know where they're from, but the PD actually traveled up. Oh yeah, well they still have to talk to the Chicago PD, right? Because they're in their jurisdiction. Shout out Chicago. He did one more thing. He did try to lie and say that she was the age of consent, which I don't know where they were. It's somewhere in the South, probably, because he was saying
that's always going to be tricky because it's always going to teeter between 15 and 18.
So it was 16 here. It was
16. Okay.
So he was trying to argue that she was 16, but she wasn't. She was 15. She was 15. Okay. She was 15
at the beginning, at the start of contact. But even then, bro,
well, no. Remember, I said the very first time.
So
she was 15.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's interesting because the federal age of consent is 18.
Yeah, it is.
So it's even if, and I hate talking about this, by the way, I'm not enjoying this, but the age, the federal age is 18, the state age is 16. Even if that is the case, right? And they did meet at 16 when she was 16, it still would be illegal.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's still disgusting. It's still repulsive.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It still would be very much illegal.
Because, I mean, even if you think about it, I don't know if he was 34 years old at the time or now, but either way, he was 30 when he met her. You're double her age. Her age out of high school. And you stalking her and forcing, bro. Nah, bro. So, ain't nothing about that cool.
The real sick part about it is that when stuff like this happens, it's not kept in tight corners. It's not just between you and one person. Yeah. Right? It's other people know.
Yeah.
Other faculty knew.
Yeah.
Other security or resource officers knew.
Yeah.
Other students knew this was going on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it pisses me off.
Yeah.
It really does.
It's disgusting.
So, like I said, y'all get some help before something terrible happens to y'all like this.
Yeah.
Okay? All right.
If you are sensitive to any one of the topics that we talk about or show you on this show, we do not
care.
We don't care.
Still don't care.
The only thing we do seem to care about is if you force everybody you know to like, comment, subscribe, and watch all of our videos.
Definitely. Please do that.
Remember, believe in us.
Not in you.
Believe in us and not in you.